Good evening, Juanita Phillips with ABC News. Doctors at Nepean Hospital in Western Sydney have taken the rare step of speaking out against the Baird government. They say they're still waiting for the $360 million that the government promised last election. Senior doctors say the hospital is in crisis with a chronic shortage of beds. They also claim the shooting that happened in the emergency department earlier this year could have been avoided. State political reporter Brigid Glanville with this exclusive report.
67,000 people are treated in emergency at Nepean Hospital each year. It's not unusual for patients to wait up to 8 hours to see a doctor and more than double that to get a bed.
We are absolutely desperate. The simple thing is we're actually not providing for our local community.
These senior doctors are risking their positions to speak out. They say the hospital urgently needs 140 additional beds.
So 2 weeks ago we had, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, about 30 patients who were admitted but still waiting for beds on the ward, and there were 95 patients in the waiting room waiting to be processed and seen by a doctor.
These chairs are counted as beds. They're used to give IV antibiotics and other treatments.
It's not a very big room.
No, it's not. It's sort of patients who actually need treatment sitting in chairs. Because that's our way of being able to fit as many chairs as possible. It's certainly not ideal because of the lack of beds.
Surgeon Dr Patrick Cregan has just retired as the chair of the Nepean Blue Mountains Local Health Board. He says the hospital is still waiting to receive $360 million promised by the Premier during last year's election campaign.
I'd say go to your piggy bank, you've got $10.4 billion in it, take out $500 million of it and spend it out here at Nepean where it's desperately needed.
In January, the government announced a security audit of Nepean Hospital after a shooting of a security guard and a policeman in the emergency department. These doctors say the shooting could have been avoided if there was an area in emergency to deal with drug-induced problems.
The recent shooting, the guy who was the assailant really should have been managed in a separate room, and he wasn't because there's nowhere to put him.
This patient was transferred from Hawkesbury Hospital. He's been waiting in emergency for a bed in a ward for more than 24 hours.
I've been tended to professionally. It's just I'm probably holding up a bed for somebody else in an emergency situation.
The government says it has not neglected Nepean Hospital.
We've built a new mental health facility, oral health facility, new car park, which was desperately needed.
The hospital will be allocated $4 million for planning by the government. Brigid Glanville, ABC News.